No, Piccolo just literally pops off like crazy. He's just like, I've never felt power like this
Yeah, he
before.
gets so hype, and he's just like, I'm coming! I think you already know what my favorite saga is. The Cell games, yeah.
I'm Cell Games.
Okay.
What about John? Are you?
No, my
John might be
favorite
a bit
saga is the Namek Saga.
I mean, just to have some variety, I guess. the
No,
same
say
stuff.
your
No, it's not
favorite,
about right.
buddy.
It's what you want.
Yeah.
There's nothing.
We want real opinions, not
Yeah,
fucking
what your opinion
what the
is,
people
man.
Yeah,
want.
it's Cell Saga
Okay, cool. Cell.
free, like every day of the week.
Yeah,
And John
okay.
is the Namek Saga,
John's
which
your Namek,
I reckon is almost just as good. Actually, I would say they are just as good, except I just like Cell more than Frieza.
But like, if I had to rank it, it was like Cell, then
Namek.
Frieza, then
Namek, then
Buu.
Saiyan.
No,
Oh,
I
really?
went Buu. I went Buu first, then Saiyan.
I'm Buu
Alright.
last.
For the sake of diversity, I'm going to change my answer to Garlic Junior Saga.
We actually forgot about that. It's a filler though.
I don't care about Garlic Jr. Get out of here.
Garlic Junior.
Leave this conversation now.
After the epicness that was Cell Saga, to go into the Buu Saga, at first it was exciting, but then it was a clear indication that Akira Toriyama's just like, I'm kind of done, but we got to do more. So here's the Buu Saga.
Think of all the costume crossovers and transformations in like illustriousness and like. So look at Gotenks' character. Look at Vegeto's character. Right? They're just. These are more.
Yeah, but
more
like
toys
those two
to
characters,
sell.
those two characters are probably like like really high ranked characters in my opinion.
What do you mean high ranked?
Like I like them.
Like that's why he likes
Sure.
the saga.
Okay. Right.
Mm.
Okay.
I like the look of Gotenks so much when I was younger. Super Saiyan 3
same.
specifically. Like, he's
Yeah.
got that arrogance as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's like
The
cheeky
Saiyan
and
arrogance.
stuff.
I actually like Goten and Trunks, like little, like kid Goten and kid Trunks. Vegeta, introducing of Vegito was kind of cool. When the Kai and what's his name? Kibito? No.
Kibito Kai.
Yeah, Kibito Kai.
Yeah, like Kibito took off their earrings and then like they combine into one.
Yeah.
Like that's when the first time you see that there's this Patara
Yeah, the
fusion
fusion's
kind of
possible.
thing.
And then the possibilities went
But
crazy.
you never thought about it with Goku and Vegeta. Like as a kid, I never thought about. Oh, imagine if Goku.
neither did I. Yeah.
But when they did it,
I got
and
spoiled.
then when they did it and they combined, it was like, whoa, look at this guy, and he's like, wow, he's an arrogant prick. Like he's got like Goku's playfulness with Vegeta's like arrogance. He's got like the worst of the two.
Yeah.
True Prince of Saiyans.
Yeah,
He was
that was
just
a cool
like-
scene.
Like he was fighting Boo without his hands. It's like, you know what? I'm not even gonna use my hands. I'm just gonna use my feet against you.
Yeah.
Gohan was like kind of the biggest disappointment, like sadly. But that's because like,
That's right. That's correct.
That's why, and that's another reason why Buu Saga just doesn't do it for me.
Yeah.
It's the death of Gohan.
I mean, but you're not arguing that Boo's your favorite. It's like third on your list, right?
yeah, it's third. It's third.
Yeah, we all find the Buu Saga pretty low on the list, right? Like it's not that top 2 at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was around the time when I was
Okay.
kind of tuning out of DBZ as well.
But the reason why you were tuning out was because it wasn't as great.
Yeah. What's its highest point? What's the highest point of the Buu Saga?
I don't know.
I think it's Goku versus Vegeta, Majin Vegeta. Because for Vegeta as an emotional kind of rival to Goku and his...
Yeah, I honestly, okay, so I would probably say I agree. I actually love the tournament arc, like at the very
the
beginning.
World Tournament, yeah.
I love the idea of like a friendly matchup between these guys. Too bad they didn't go that direction and they fucking destroyed the tournament. But like, I suppose up until right after Vegeta dies, I started losing interest. Not because Vegeta died, but just because I didn't find Majin Buu to be such a compelling villain, you know?
He was just evil.
Like-
He was just an evil guy. Yeah.
Well,
Are you talking about like Fat Boo or like?
Yeah, Fat Buu.
Yeah,
I liked Fat
he was a
Boo.
child though. He was like a
Yeah.
kid.
I like
Fat
Fat
Buu
Buu
becomes a
more than
goodie.
the other Boos.
That's why
Yeah,
I
but,
like him as a goodie. Yeah, like as a character.
Yeah, that's why he's a
I
good.
think he's
For me,
cool.
he's a good character at the end. So it's like
Yeah.
I don't find him as a villain.
I like his design.
But-
what happened to
also
Dabura? What
how
happened to
he acts.
Dabura? Dabura could have been... He had potential.
Buu
but
ate
he
him.
always- Huh?
Yeah, Boo ate him.
No, but do you think like characters like
No.
Dabura, Babidi, and
No, they're
Spopovich.
always side characters.
No,
Pui Pui.
all those Pui Pui.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're the same
Spopovich.
level as
Was it
Ginyu.
Spopovich? Is that his name?
No, they're not the same level as Ginyu. Like, I'm pretty sure Dabura was stronger than Super Saiyan 2 Gohan.
Oh no, I'm saying he
Yes.
was stronger, but I'm saying like in terms of like the arc and the character.
Oh, like
I
the,
don't
the
think,
type of
like,
character they said.
Yeah,
the
type of
same
character
for.
that he's the same level as a Ginyu.
Fucking
yeah,
Dabura
right.
just
So-
spitting on bitches all over the place, you know?
Yeah, he's just like
Like, he had potential to be a badass, but then,
Yeah.
like, I guess he made his mark, and then he got turned on by Buu, and that was Buu's first move of redemption.
Like,
that
the
and-
highlights of the Buu Saga for me were like, yeah, Majin Vegeta, the fusions, and that's about it. I can't really... And maybe Super Saiyan 3. I wasn't as hyped
love
for
Super
Super
Saiyan
Saiyan
stuff.
3 as
I actually
a lot of
hate the
people
design.
Videl does a fireball.
Man, I had such a mad crush on Videl when I was little. I was so fucking upset when she cut her hair.
because Gohan likes short hair.
As we already know, Gohan
Yeah,
getting
he
old
just-
after teen is a fool. So,
yeah.
Yeah, he's a flop in this.
No, but like I didn't think he would like. Okay, he obviously didn't live up to his potential, kind of thing, Gohan. But I didn't find him that bad. Like the ultimate Gohan, like when he fought against Buu, he actually like put up a good fight, kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like
at that point, I'd already lost interest though. Like I was
Yeah.
just so disappointed. Like Gohan was a big part of why I kind of fell off. Probably is I'm just like, why am I watching this guy now? He's weaker than before. Like that doesn't make sense in the Dragon Ball universe. Everyone gets stronger than before. You know,
yeah,
it's
but
crazy.
it's kind of like I don't know. He's the mature one to grow up and like try to get a degree and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, and now everyone hates him. Justice.
Don't study, kids.
Yeah. I mean, I understand it now. Like his mom Chi Chi wanted him to have like a good job, respectful job, but I'm
Career.
thinking,
And,
yeah, but when I was younger, and I'm thinking like, why is she pushing him to be a doctor so he can make lots of money? He could just like hold the world hostage and be like, I'll nuke you if you don't pay off.
this is a good kid. He's a good guy.
I get it now, but at the time I'm like,
Yeah.
you know, there's other ways. He doesn't even have to be that evil
Bro.
about it. He could just be like, Mr. Saturn. He was making money.
Mr.
Well,
Saturn? Is that what you just said?
Mr. Satan.
Mr. Satan,
Satan.
yeah. Hercule.
Hercule, as we know him in the West.
In the end, though, Gohan didn't even need to study because he married into fucking richness, you know? Like,
That Hercule money.
yeah. Videl the sugar mama.
And it's not like, yeah, Bulma's like
And yeah,
struggling
Bulma's
or
fucking
nothing.
loaded as well. Except Chi-Chi. Fuck Chi-Chi, man.
That's why Chi-Chi, like Chi-Chi had to work hard. Like Chi-Chi, had
Chi-Chi
to,
was
like,
poor. Chi-Chi
Yeah,
was
no.
angry.
She was actually a
fucking beat on her
princess.
children.
And her dad was a king, except his castle was on fire and he couldn't get inside. If you know Dragon Ball.
Yeah. Chi-Chi had it rough, actually. Fuck.
I like the Namekian saga because the whole space element to it, then like the intergalactic army, that they're on a new planet Namek. Just learned about that. Like I think they have like 3 suns on that planet. It's where all the people are Namekans, like Piccolo's people, and they have their own villages and way of life. And there's so many things kind of going on in play. Like you've got 2 like not very strong characters, Krillin and Gohan, plus Bulma, kind of like trying to survive on that planet looking for a Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
You've got Frieza's people collecting the Dragon Balls, and then there's like Vegeta who's looking for the Dragon Balls as well. And just like, you know, like, well, if like Frieza's group has that many and Vegeta's got 1, it's like, you know, it's a race and to see who's gonna gather all the Dragon Balls. And see, that stuff was really interesting to me. I guess becoming more sympathetic to Vegeta and watching him take out all these people who were his former allies, but also kind of people who took him hostage. And and he's, you know, you get sympathy for, well, yeah, we really want Vegeta to defeat Frieza. Characters like Nail sacrificing themselves, them having to take in Dende, that big old fat Namekian dude unleashing Gohan's
Guru.
potential power or something.
Guru.
yeah, I guess like it had all those elements going on that I found really interesting. And then plus,
It was a bit cat and mousey as well,
exactly.
right? Between,
Yeah,
like,
that's it.
Vegeta
Exact.
and-
Yeah.
It was really
Right.
fun to watch.
Yeah.
It didn't get boring at all at that cat and mouse period.
Because and you
Yeah.
have that feeling like you don't want them to get caught because they can't face Vegeta and they can't face Frieza's
Yeah, it was
army
just like
either.
it was like shit. These guys, all these different like story beats are happening, and you're just praying that they don't cross each other too early because they're gonna die if they do. You know what I mean?
And there's a
really
good chance
interesting.
that they will because they're all looking for the same thing. It's like a hunt as well.
Yeah,
Like
you know it's gonna clash in the end, right? Yeah.
Gohan grabbed Vegeta's Dragon Ball because he had the Dragon Radar, and like he was coming back to where Bulma was, and then like Vegeta was coming the other way, so he like had to hide the Dragon Ball in the water or somewhere,
Yeah.
and then he
Vegeta met him.
faced Vegeta 1-on-1.
And then I remember Vegeta like punching him, just going.
They just
"You
need him. He
I
needed
get
him in the
to. Oh, yeah, you
stomach.
need him. Yeah. He's like, you get to.
He was like
live
holding
this
a
time,
Dragon
kid."
Ball. He's holding a Dragon Ball, and he's like, "What are you doing?" And he's like,
Yeah.
"Nothing." He just knees him, runs away. Gohan grabs the Dragon Ball, and Vegeta goes where he put the Dragon Ball. He's like, "Where's my Dragon Ball?"
See, what I loved as well about that part is like there was a lot of strategy involved in everyone's minds because like the Krillin and Gohan and Bulma, they had the radar, so they knew exactly where the Dragon Balls were, and you know the others didn't. And also Vegeta was like, I can kill these guys, but I could let them get the balls for me, and I'll keep them alive for that because they seem to have the same goal. And when they do gather the balls, I'll kill them. You know?
And he'd also learned how to read power levels, which Frieza's army couldn't do. They relied on the scouters.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you know,
learned
so he
that
could kind
then,
of
yeah.
track. Like I know where people were.
He had the good guy group where they had the advantage. You had the Vegeta group which had the semi advantage, and you had Frieza's group which just fucking brute forced the whole way and just like killed villagers and just like, oh, it's not here, we'll go on to the next village kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was very suspenseful. Yeah,
Had some
more.
insane moments.
Yeah.
I love
And
it
it had
too.
the whole vengeance element too from Vegeta's side, which I really
Vegeta,
liked.
yeah.
Yeah.
Vegeta, and that was the first time Vegeta died as well.
Yeah.
And you just, it was like pretty sad when he died.
His monologue when he dies to Goku about how it's up to Goku now. Yeah, I think that's like the high point for the redemption of Vegeta into the character that he becomes after.
That's definitely probably true. That's probably where he became good.
Goku buries him afterwards as well. Like, you know, Goku just goes, "Arr!" and then like the plot just like appears. Yeah. It's like pretty solemn, and yeah, I guess that theme of sacrifice all the time.
And the whole myth of the Super Saiyan like looming over it as well. Like that was
Yeah.
Vegeta's goal, because Vegeta even at that time knew that he couldn't beat Frieza. His plan was, I think, to use the Dragon Balls to become a Super Saiyan or something, or to become
Immortal, wasn't it? I thought it was immortal.
yeah, probably immortal. Yeah. So then that he could take on Frieza. Yeah. And I remember at one point Vegeta thought he was a Super Saiyan.
He believed.
He did,
after Dende healed him.
After Krillin knocked a hole through his chest.
And then Dende healed him, and then
'Cause he
Vegeta
thought,
gets
right.
this rock to come to hover in front of him. He's like, yeah. I don't know if you guys
I still remember that scene. No, like Vegeta like thought he was a Super Saiyan, and he's like, "I've changed. I'm the best now." And like he powers up in a different way as well. Like weird lines of green were coming out of him. It was different.
Yeah, and then he got beaten like straight away.
This is getting me hyped to watch it again.
He tried to synthesize his near-death experience, but it wasn't a genuine near-death experience.
No,
So he falsified his
No, it was a genuine near-death experience.
yeah,
he was
it
gonna
No,
die,
There was nothing. There was nothing
but
thing
he
about that.
just didn't get strong enough. I still remember one scene in the Namek saga when Piccolo just landed on Namek after being brought back to life, and then he finds
and
Nail.
he's like, why didn't they wish Piccolo to be next to them rather? Because then he
he just landed on a random spot. But then he finds Nail, and then Nail's like, fuse with me, bro. And then he's like, no. And then he's like, come on, bro. And he's like, you bring a good point. Let's do it. And then fucking...
It'll feel
And
good,
then he's
man.
like, Pikachu, he has this scene. He's like, yes, I can win. I can do this. Yes. And
Oh,
like,
yeah, I remember that.
It's so good. Yeah. No, Piccolo just literally pops off like crazy. He's just like, I've never felt power like this
Yeah, he
before.
gets so hype, and he's just like, I'm coming! And then
He flies like a V, right? He holds like his arms like out wide.
So he's going to save his son, right?
What?
Gohan, he means.
Gohan, he means Gohan.
Oh, okay. You're right. You got me. We have forgotten one thing about the Namek Saga, and that is
I wanted
Ginyu
to forget
Force.
that.
What?
I don't know. I'm not a. They were so irrelevant in my opinion. But
What?
Yeah.
Bro, Captain Ginyu still alive to this day. Know what I'm saying?
No, didn't he die?
No, he didn't.
No, he's a frog.
No, he did
No, in
not.
Super.
In Super,
No,
he
in-
died.
Yeah, Ginyu Force. Frieza's henchman.
Fucking
Such a fabulous arm.
Jace!
Jace.
Come on.
The Aussie.
The Aussie.
How can you forget about Jace?
Yeah, like the first time I saw Jason, I was like, yo, this dude's literally just wearing like underwear.
They were all annoying. Like there was like the Ginyu Force, like freaking Raccoon spelling out his name every time he does an attack. It's like, shut up, Raccoon.
Raccoon is the guy, I think, he was holding Vegeta up, like upside down, and Vegeta like shoots like a fireball into his face.
Yeah.
think so,
Broke
yeah.
all his
Yeah.
teeth. Yeah, broke all his teeth. Yeah,
I just
That was
remember
cool.
Raccoon being dead and his ass was like sticking out. Like,
because Goku like punched him, right, or something.
Yeah,
He was,
yeah,
like
yeah.
holding him.
did
No,
oh no,
that's
Goku
Nappa.
didn't kill Raccoon. Vegeta.
No,
did.
he knocked Raccoon out, and he was on the
Yeah,
ground.
he knocked
and Vegeta
Raccoon out
blasted
and his
him.
ass was just sticking out and then Vegeta blasted him. Yeah.
Uh,
Goku defeated them all except Guldo, and then Vegeta killed them all. Except Ginyu.
Yeah.
I thought it was pretty interesting how Ginyu swapped bodies and then
That
like,
was interesting.
he-
That was
he-
interesting.
he was
that was quite the
Goku.
complication. That was
that
like a
caused
serious,
Goku to show up
yeah.
late against Frieza. You know, like
and his body to be destroyed. Oh, nearly.
Oh yeah, because Vegeta wanted to beat him up.
yeah,
it was crazy. Because remember, like Ginyu was in Goku's body, and he's like goes up to Krillin and Gohan. He just bitch slaps them, and he's like, "Fuck you!" And he's like, "I got you now." And then everyone's like, "He's so weak." And then like they just proceed to beat up on him. He gets stronger, gets used to Goku's body, and then Vegeta comes and he's like, "Hold my beer, I got this."
Yeah,
But,
no, it wasn't bad. I think
Yeah.
Ginyu was fine, but the others were like horrible.
Well,
No-
like that scenario of like that trope of the main character, the main hero loses his body, and now a villain has captured his body, and we know the kind of trope now. But back
Goku Black.
Yeah.
After the Ginyu Force, I also liked in Namek when they go into like the Frieza's army's base and they start using that. Like I remember Gohan dresses in the
Yeah,
army
armor.
clothes. Yeah, like they get those and they start using I think the rehab machine or whatever for
the rejuvenation.
rejuvenation.
yeah.
And Goku's just sitting there for 50 episodes. I mean, that was
Yeah.
good. I love the suspense because like Goku knows what's happening outside as well. He's like, "I gotta get out of here," and then he's just sitting there, you know.
Yeah.
It's like, I gotta get out of here, but this is too nice.
Krillin dying for what we thought was like a non-revivable
Forever.
death.
Yeah.
Because it was the second one, wasn't it? It was the second
Yeah,
death.
Yeah,
that
that
was
was
his
his second
second death. Yeah, and
Well, actually, they did introduce that Porunga, the Namekian dragon, could revive people
But it can
as
only
many
revive
times
one.
as possible.
It's one person.
No,
at a
no, the
time.
Earth. Was it?
No, Porunga was one.
Yeah,
the
one
Earth
person.
can multiple.
Yeah, Earth can be multiple,
But-
but Porunga was 3.
But Porunga could bring back people more than once. That was the thing.
Yeah.
but did we know that when Krillin had died? That moment.
I think we did. I think,
Okay.
but I don't know if Goku knew.
I don't think
So-
Goku
Yeah.
knew because Goku
that was, like, a
saw
really-
Porunga after
Yeah.
when he turned Super Saiyan. He was like, "Oh, look, is that the Namekian
'Cause-
dragon?" kind of thing.
Because Krillin died. If Goku had known that they could bring Krillin back, I don't think he would have reacted as he did. Because like his best friend just died in front of him. He thinks
That was a
there's-
really
he's gone
tragic
forever.
death as well. Like how he was like
Yeah.
lifted up, like just like a plaything, like how Frieza just lifted
Yeah.
him, and like what can you do to stop it?
That scene was insane, man.
And
Like, after
Krillin
the
knew
spirit
Krillin
bomb,
knew that he was gonna die, and he was just like,
Yeah.
flailing.
he's just like, "Help me, Goku!" And then boom. That moment when Goku turned Super Saiyan, I love that bit because
Yeah.
just before they just did the spirit bomb, which was like their final hope, and then he's still alive, And
lost his tail?
He beams
He lost his
Piccolo.
tail.
Piccolo's gone down for the count. He kills Krillin. Krillin's gone. Like, he does this all in a matter of one episode, which is crazy for Dragon Ball Z. And then, like, just Goku and Gohan. And then,
It was like 3 episodes of him trying to turn Super Saiyan?
yeah. Aside from like those long drags for padding for time, the Namek Saga was fucking amazing as well.
Yeah. There was more waiting on the Namek Saga than there was in the Cell Saga. Although there was more filler, like when he fought General Tao and stuff. Like, you know how Gohan beats the shit out of General Tao or whatever and goes saves a woodland forest village?
Yeah.
Like, there's just...
Is that a filler?
That is a filler.
Okay, cool.
But I think Namek had more suspenseful drag.
I mean, if you talk about suspenseful drag, what more famous example is there
Snake Road.
than Frieza trying to blow up the planet in 5 minutes?
No, Snake Road was still the biggest
Yeah.
drag. I don't even care what anyone says.
I wonder if Dr. Gero is secretly Akira Toriyama, and maybe that was his own character. Because if you consider the direction of the story getting progressively bigger after the Frieza Saga into the Cell Saga,
I think you're thinking too deep.
Yeah, I don't see any indication of Dr.
Yeah,
Gero
there's no
being
indication.
When
whatsoever.
Akira Toriyama.
This is just from what I've heard from like other YouTube videos, but like when Akira Toriyama first did the Android Saga, the only Android villains he came up with were Dr. Gero and 19, and then his editor was like, "What's this? These are meant to be like the main villains of this arc. Some old geezer and a fat guy. Like, no, do better."
Mm-hmm.
And so then he did Android 17 and 18. He's like, "What? 2 brats? Do better." And so then he did Cell. And like at that point, he hadn't really planned out how it would go. Like, I think that was a moment where he's just like doing it week by week, just trying to keep up with his deadlines.
Ended up being the best saga of
Fucking
them all.
Yeah.
ended up being
Yeah.
amazing. Yeah.
genius. I mean, they refer to him as
That's
genius.
why I really do think he ran out of steam with Majin Buu. He was just like chugging along. I mean, that's why after Majin Buu he stopped, right? Like, he didn't do any more Dragon Ball Z. It finished.
This wasn't explained in the manga actually, but I know in the anime they kind of went to it. Like they said like Vegeta became Super Saiyan because of rage. It was kind of different to Goku experienced that first rage as well. So
You gotta find that inner rage.
you gotta have
What
that inner rage
was
to turn Super
Vegeta's like trigger to get raged?
He was actually just so
Frustrated.
mad
Frustrated
that he couldn't be a
become
Super
a Super
Saiyan.
Saiyan.
That he became a Super Saiyan.
Okay, was
He
it
was
like in the
training
middle
so
of a
hard.
fight or something?
They were all training. They were training for
Oh, he
the
was
androids because Trunks had just told them what was going to happen. And he's like, you got 3 years to train. And so Vegeta just goes on a ship and he goes into space to train. And then during that is when he turned Super Saiyan for the first time. Because he was like so distraught that Goku had done it. And like, Vegeta was the one that was supposed to go Super Saiyan. He was the one that was supposed to save their people. He was supposed to be the one that did all this. He was so mad at himself that he couldn't do it.
And there was another guy as well that could do it, like Trunks.
Oh yeah, and then Trunks just shows up out of nowhere. And then Vegeta's like, this fucking guy's a Super Saiyan too? Like, what, you know, he was just so...
Despairing.
I love Vegeta. I fucking love Vegeta, man. The reason why the Cell Saga is the best saga also is because everyone gets a chance to fight in the Android/Cell Saga. Literally every character fights in some way or another.
Oh yeah, even Yamcha got a hand through him, right?
Yeah. Like,
Cell genius.
I think Yamcha got the shaft the most. Like,
No, you got a hand through
but
him.
like,
You got a
I
hand,
fucking love Tien's tri-beam moment. It was like so cool.
Yeah.
And you know, Piccolo when he first fused with Kami was fucking amazing. Like, everyone's just like, holy shit, is Piccolo as strong as a Super Saiyan now? Like, and he was. And then
he was stronger. He was stronger than
Yeah,
Vegeta
he was stronger.
at that point.
Yeah. And
There was a
then-
point where Piccolo was the strongest character in Dragon Ball.
Yeah, that was amazing. And see, that was the point by the end of the Cell games. It had reached that point where only the Saiyans matter, and so that kind of just continued into the Buu Saga and was like, all right, well now it's before it was something new. Now it's just the more of the same, you know. But yeah, everyone had their chance to shine. Tien, Piccolo, Krillin. I mean, technically, you could argue the same thing in the Namek Saga. Everyone did have their time to shine there too. But I just felt like everyone had such iconic moments and like
yeah, they're fighting on home turf as well.
like fucking Vegeta's final flash against Perfect Cell was like one of the coolest fucking things I'd seen in my life. Like he's just like, you stand right there and you fucking take this thing, and Vegeta's like, yeah, all right, bro. And then he fucking takes, but then like Cell shits himself.
Cell actually gets like blasted.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he just
then-
regenerated straight away, right? He was kind of like,
Yeah, but it was like
Yeah, but he
so
was like,
cool.
yeah, but that was more like, I think that was more him like, yeah, I'm joking with you.
And Trunks is like, you'll destroy the planet, father! And like fucking,
It's epic.
and then Trunks had his moment. Like everyone had their moments. Like
Was
from
it the
the beginning
only
of the
time
Androids
he ever
to the
did
end.
Final Flash? Was that the
Does
only
he do it
time?
in
Did
Boo?
he do it in Boo? He doesn't, does he?
I don't know.
He sure
actually.
blows some stuff up.
I also like how calm Goku was at the very end of that. Like, I think he didn't even bother spending like the last few days training. He was just like chilled at the end of the
Enjoy life.
yeah, spending some time with Gohan because he was just so confident.
Filler.
He was confident
fucking
that
filler.
Gohan was. That's all filler.
Yeah.
It's good filler. I'm glad they put it in.
It was. I liked it too.
Yeah,
It's like,
and it shows
It's
that he's
like,
like
yeah,
so
'cause-
confident, like, and like going to what David was saying, like he's ready to hand over to the next generation.
it's like he knew Gohan was gonna kick like Cell's ass. That's what.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
he did.
exactly.
He
That's
did
exactly
actually,
why
He's
he
like, we
gave
got this, I don't even
Cell
need
a
to
senzu
train.
bean.
Yeah, he gave Cell a
Yeah.
senzu bean.
Yeah.
Yeah, fucking bad dad.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to talk about my favorite scene now. Now that it's in the Cell Saga, and it's like, it's just like when Goku and Cell are versing each other, and they've been going out for a while, and they're both fucking exhausted, and they're both at their like wits end, but Cell's winning. Everyone's like worried. They're just like, what's he gonna do? What's happening? You know? And then Goku goes up into the fucking sky.
Oh, the
And
big.
then he does
and
the
he's like,
fucking. He goes car, and everyone's like, "Oh yeah, he's that's fine." And then it gets bigger and bigger, and then everyone's like, "Dude, you're gonna blow up the planet!" And like everyone's even Cell's going, "Dude, Goku,
You're crazy.
and then when he fucking instant transmissions, and then fucking right in front of Cell's face, and then I still remember Cell's like in slow mo, he's like, no, and then Goku's like, ah, it was the fucking best
actually,
moment
like
of my
even
life.
that moment. I mean, everything's Cell Saga, but Gohan's Kamehameha, like when Cell
Yeah.
did the same exact thing, he went up to the sky, charged up a massive Kamehameha, and everyone's like, he's lost it. But like, obviously, because it's Cell, they're not like, Goku, what are you doing? It's like, what are we gonna do? And he blasted right at Gohan, and Gohan's just like looking at it, doesn't even pose, and he's
Yeah.
like, Kamehameha, and he just like blasted right
Yeah.
through it.
One
It
hand.
was so
One
huge.
hand.
No, two hands. This is when he was like torturing Cell.
Yeah, he was like
Oh.
he was like
Oh.
too cool to yell at
To
him.
even pose. It was too
yeah.
cool to hold his hand together. He was just
Yeah.
like, Kamehameha, and he just like blasted right through it. And
So,
like Cell was like lost both his arms, both his legs, his horn. He's just like in the sky.
Man, there were so many good scenes in just that Cell tournament, like Cell game. Sorry,
Yeah.
like
But
Goku. The
I think
warp
you guys
Kamehameha,
mentioned it before as
Gohan,
well.
and Goku killing himself. I love that. I fucking cried when Goku died because I thought he wasn't coming back either. And like Cell Junior's, I remember Cell Junior just beating up on everyone. Like that was a pretty impactful scene. Just like
One of them
everyone
was like
getting-
kneeing like a Vegeta or someone, and Vegeta just copying knees to
Yeah.
the chest. Like he's the only one standing up. Everyone else is just flawed.
like it seemed so hopeless because like everyone was getting beat by not even Cell, like his kids, you know, like.
Yeah.
And that was at the point when Goku was like, he can do it, you know, to Gohan, you know. The Gohan's like, I can't do this, bro. Of course, Gohan had his time to shine.
Nobody's gonna mention the Saberman explosion. Just
The suicide scene,
the suicide Saberman Yamcha suicide.
iconic Yamcha moment. That was Yamcha's best moment.